Everybody, this is Bran'sTech, and I am, and this is my video for Apple AirPrint versus Google Cloud Print. Now, this video was actually 3 separate parts I did while I did not have a computer handy, so the editing may be a little poor this time because I'm unable to change what I have already done. All 3 of these clips were already published earlier this month, like last week. But I hope you enjoy the video. Now, I apologize in advance for the first, all 3 clips. I'll probably introduce myself because they were published in 3 separate clip parts. I apologize in advance, and I still hope you like my video. Thank you. Hey everybody, it's Bran'sTech, and in this video, I'm going to tell you, then maybe even do an example of Apple AirPrint versus Google Cloud Print. Okay, so first of all, AirPrint is a thing from is a service from Apple for their devices, mostly iOS devices, so you can print without having to install any plugins. It's just printing from the internet. So as long as the printer is hooked up to the internet, you'll be able to print. That's okay and all. And at the time of its release, it was pretty cool because before, especially with computers, Windows computers, as we all know and probably can't stand how we have to install all those plugins just to be able to print. But AirPrint allowed for users to just and yeah, AirPrint was kind of cool because you didn't have to install any plugins or anything. It just printed as long as it's connected to the network. But now, basically, there is other solutions to that same problem. However, in a lot of people's opinion, AirPrint is the better one. But then, moving on from AirPrint, we have Cloud Print from Google. They are kind of special. Now, many printer services do this, such as HP ePrint. For example, for a majority of newer HP printers from the last 3 years or so, where you can make an email for your printer. And basically every time that email gets texted or emailed, it prints it within a few minutes. Or if the printer's offline, it'll print whenever, maybe a day or so after it's reconnected to the network. But Google Cloud Print works in comparison, but yet with the other programs like HP ePrint. So the way this works is that you have your printer. As long as your printer is a web services printer, you can hook it up to CloudPrint. You can hook up to CloudPrint. Using this procedure, it doesn't usually take that long. I do not remember what's in the procedure, but it is pretty useful. But what happens is, afterwards, you can print from basically anywhere in the world and it'll just print out. Now, this only works with compatible web printers, such as the ones built with HP AirPrint. Because with HP AirPrint, I was able to print something from Florida all the way to my house. And I got an email saying it printed. And that was actually pretty useful. But however, it only emails me because I also have because it uses HP AirPrint to get there. But because I have an HP printer. But it is actually a pretty useful feature. Now, however, for Android devices, Google Cloud Print is a plugin itself. It's only pre-installed on Nexus devices or other devices running stock Android. I have TouchWiz built in, so I do not have stock Android, so I had to install as the plugin, as you can see here, because it allows me to uninstall. Hey everybody, Bran'sTech here, and this is another one of my videos. And we're continuing AirPrint versus CloudPrint. Okay, before we go into the comparison, I want to tell you all another feature of CloudPrint, which is actually pretty unique to CloudPrint, to Google itself. Because Google would probably be the only one to think about this. I think it's unique in my opinion, but it may not be in yours. Okay, so one thing I found out later on about CloudPrint is not only can you do web services printers, you can also do older printers, such as probably this one. It is a web services printer, but it works better with the cord attached to the computer. But as long as the cord's attached to the computer, probably a desktop would be better for this. But as long as it's connected, you can actually make CloudPrint print to that printer. Okay, so here's how. Because Chrome is most likely installed on that computer, you go to Chrome and click on CloudPrint, and you connect the printer to CloudPrint that way. So when you press print, it actually contacts Chrome on that computer, and it prints. So it contacts Chrome from the printer, and then from the computer, it presses print. Whatever you press print on your phone, which I think is really cool. But enough about talking about it, let me show you the comparison. Okay, over here we have the iPad 2, which is the second generation, which does have AirPrint. It is not updated to the newest iOS version, but it does still work. And then over here we have the iPad's rival, the Samsung Galaxy S Tab. or the Samsung Galaxy Tab S, which is, I think, is probably one of the most direct competitors of the iPad. If you are wondering, I'm not using my G-Pad because it is dead, such as it's not charged. Yeah, so the Galaxy Tab S, which, yes, it's powered by Android. And I'll just wait for this thing to load so we can begin. I apologize for the lighting in here. And as I believe this is Android Lollipop. Yes, Android Lollipop. Well, you cannot see that, but it is Android 5.0.2. While this iPad is running 6.0.1 of iOS. So it's kind of older, but not that old. And no, I'm not doing a comparison video between the two of these yet, but I might do that in the future. Okay, on this, I'm going to try to print out both websites on the same website from both devices, and we'll see the better quality and the quicker time. And I'll try to time both of them. Not sure how that will work. So I guess I'll put a timer on one when I'm not using that one. See which one prints faster, which one has better quality. So let's begin. Okay, try not to be biased. I'm going to do the Microsoft website because Apple has one and Google has the other. The best way to get this is by doing Microsoft. And you can hear the Galaxy tab in the background. So I'll just click here and print. And that's my printer, and before I press print, let me put on the timer. And it is also low on paper. It did not tell me that. So let me go load the printer with paper. Borrowing paper from the other printer. And it did not take that long at all. I'm not sure if it'll set to double-sided or something, because it did go back in. Either it's another printer error. But I'm not going to watch the entire thing. But I definitely can say that was not longer than 3 seconds. I don't know if Google Cloud Print can top this. And yes, it is double-sided, as I think. See? Okay. I am still waiting for the iPads to continue printing. But we have the Galaxy tab over here. And I'm on the Microsoft website. So I click the ... Print.
that is the right printer, but I want to use the correct one, and I'm not gonna press print yet. Okay, and I'm still waiting for this to finish printing. Let me go check on the... And it finished printing. So let me go ahead and press print. Start. So it definitely has been more time than the iPad already. Okay, and now for 21 seconds, it is printing. And this is also set on... It looks about the same. And as I can see, I actually ain't glowing ink. I'll just let this print out. And up here we have the iPads. I'll let this print out for about a minute. I'll be back. And it is finished printing. So let me take both of these back. Okay, one thing I did want to mention that I actually did not know was Cloud Print. Print it like this. Well, with AirPrint, it came out like this, but with Cloud Print, it came out like this, with the bottom on the top. I'm not sure if that's the default or if it's been changed on the Galaxy tab. I mean, on my account, so. Okay, so one thing about looking at the one from AirPrint, does have a little message over here saying where the website's from. And, well, you may not be able to see, but the time and the date and what page it is. CloudPrint does not. CloudPrint is just the basic website on here. And on here, every page does have it, even the one that is front and back. So, for quality-wise, well, for safe storage, I would pick AirPrint. However, I still like CloudPrint because you can hook up a real older printer to it, which is kind of cool. And you can also print from around the world. Thank you for watching. And this part of the video is from, let me see, it is July 12th. However, I'm telling you this because this may be published next month. It may be published tomorrow, but I do not know. But you will. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to give it a like and subscribe.